Hope is a good thing, maybe the best of things, and no good thing ever dies. Andy Dufresne wrote that in a letter to his best friend Red after he had escaped from prison in the classic film The Shawshank Redemption. Hope Academy, Indiana's only high school designed for students in recovery from substance use disorder, represents the best of things as well as anything here. At Thursday's annual Rise and Shine for Hope breakfast, that goodness was on full display for a packed room of supporters and staff, and the real treat, the school's alumni and students. There was news being made in the room that morning, but Kat Stewart, a 2011 graduate of the school, set the tone with her remarks first. Quote, "Before Hope, I had given up on myself," she said. Then she briefly shared how her enrollment at the school was the beginning of change in her life. I was particularly stricken by this statement from her, quote, "Life can be full and joyful in recovery," end quote. In a sentence, that is what recovery is for me, full and joyful. The school is celebrating its 20-year anniversary this year, and these last 2 decades have not been the easiest of journeys. My wife is the current chairperson of the school's board, and through her involvement during most of that time, I've been a distant yet connected observer of that journey. The challenges a unique high school, one of the first recovery high schools in the nation, faces in a state that doesn't take chances very often are too numerous to list. Thank God the school rose in those seemingly infinite moments and arrived at this one filled with a new sense of optimism that its mission will not only survive, but will reach new heights. Through the ever-present leadership of Rochelle Gardner, the school's executive director and co-founder, Hope Academy is celebrating its anniversary by starting a brand new adventure. The school announced its $20 million sustainability campaign at the breakfast, one that will monumentally change its future, and importantly, the future of the community it serves. The announcement was made by Dr. John Licklider, former CEO of Eli Lilly and Company, who serves as honorary co-chair of the campaign alongside his wife, Sarah Licklider. Quote, "As a business leader, I've always believed in investing where results speak for themselves," said Licklider. Hope Academy's outcomes, including higher attendance, graduation, and recovery rates, demonstrate a model that works. When we equip young people with the tools to succeed, we strengthen families, schools, and our entire community, end quote. The campaign has already raised more than 40% of its $20 million goal. Not bad for the first day of the launch. Importantly, it also changes the conversation about the school's future. No longer is the fight about survival. It's about more. More students, more recoveries, more graduates, more world changing. Just before the big campaign announcement, a current student took the podium to share what the school means to her right now. Adriana said some things that landed profoundly. She said, quote, "I used to think school was a place where you got punished for struggling. I felt like I was just a problem, not a person. I feel like I have a purpose now," end quote. The joy of finding purpose in life is hard to describe. Oftentimes, being near that joy is the only way to understand it. She gave a few hundred people that gift on Thursday, one they will remember. By video, several other recovery school leaders shared celebratory remarks on Hope's anniversary, but one stood out to me, and I want to emphasize it here. Roger Oser, the former board president of the Association of Recovery Schools and a former recovery school principal in Massachusetts, said, quote, "I hope that the people in Indianapolis realize what a gem they have, because it's not just what they are doing in Indianapolis, it's what they are doing nationwide," end quote. Yes, Mr. Oser, I hope too. The hardest part of recovery is simply getting started. The joy and purpose that was shared by Kat and Adriana at last week's event follows a feeling those of us in recovery know well. It's a horrible feeling called hopelessness. It feels like what I imagine a life sentence in prison feels like. Years before Andy Dufresne escaped from Shawshank, his friend Red had scolded him about how trying to live with hope is not the way to survive in prison. Quote, "Hope is a dangerous thing. Hope can drive a man insane," he said. Red was wrong. Hope is the best of things. In many ways, it's the only thing. And thank God we have it.